Okay, I wanted to kind of give a review on touch-up paint that I ordered from Scratches Happen. Package came earlier than expected. I do live in San Francisco, California. Came from Salt Lake City, Utah. I opened up the bag. Real excited to check out this touch-up paint. It came in bubble wrap, indicates their product. Caution, direction, shake well. It identifies the color that is for your touch-up paint for your car. It gives a clear coat. It's interesting that there's a little bit of blue in here. It does give the directions. I'm assuming we'll be shaking up. I'll have to shake it fairly well. Got a little excited when I opened this up. It has a testing areas where you test individually the little squares and so forth just to make sure it's okay. They give you a couple of touch-up toothpicks and little brushes and a couple of rubber gloves. I think the only thing I wish they would have done is give a little bit better directions, because although this seems fairly straightforward, you never know. So this is my color Maserati Nero Plastio that was under the hood for a 2015 Maserati GranTurmiso. One thing I did want to show is a test card. I accidentally ripped the test card, but it does give some instructions, a lot of marketing. It does give somewhat instructions on what to do. I guess you have to visit the website, but I'm gonna hope that this works really well and matches. We'll see how it turns out. Okay, so here is my car, and you can see the touch-up paint that has to occur right here, and it's on the door, which is kind of a bummer. Every place else on my car is okay. It's filthy, it needs to be washed, so that will be the first thing. What I've seen and watched on YouTube is that you have to put rubbing alcohol to clean the general area, but I think that little bottle will be more than enough to do this touch of paint, and we'll start to apply it. All right, so again, scratch coat. This is the Nero Plastio for my 2015 Maserati GranTurmiso Sport. It almost looks blue, but after it's shaken and you do a couple of test prints or you test cards, that they give you this card and you test it, the color actually was pretty good. And what it told you, or in the instructions, it essentially says, it tells you that the paint will dry to a matte finish. And I don't know if you can see it here. The samples did dry to a matte finish, and that's why you need that clear coat. But you know, the test samples in my car needs to have paint correction to it, but it is a pretty good match. Okay, I wanted to kind of show the area that I touched up on this edge. And you can see it right here. I wasn't able to film it because I needed both hands. Now, the paint from Scratch Happens is very thin. And there's no way you're able to build up enough layers of paint. This is 2 layers. It went on pretty thick, or as thick as I could, but you're not going to get rid of that ridge. The clear coat's going to go on in a couple of minutes. Here, I'm going to see if I could film that. And I'm going to see if I can build up that layer so it kind of fills in that ridge, or at least makes it smooth. Now, there is a polishing that you're supposed to do. I have to read the instructions a little bit more. I don't know if you're going to wet sand it, but or I don't know if I'm supposed to wet sand it when I do the polishing, but I am going to do the clear coat, let it dry, and then do the polishing. More to come. Okay, so here's the clear coat. It looks milky white. It is thin. This is the brush. This comes a couple of them with the Scratch Happens kit. What I've noticed is that if you paint it on, it works a lot better. This thing can't really focus, it's a black car. But if you paint it on, it looks like it turns out a lot better. It levels itself out a lot better as opposed to dabbing it or little droplets. Yeah. But on my car, it was this troublesome little ridge here when you open the door that I touched up, and it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it. I'm going to polish it out and then pull it out in the sun, and then we'll get a better inspection of it. Okay, so this is the final product. You can't really see it. It turned out pretty good on the paint touch-up.